Many of us are in New Age movements and have pressed on and had the courage to desire and to seek more than we have been told, whether in religion or in politics or what has been handed down to us as the way things are supposed to be on this planet, but they aren't quite that way. And we know that they should be that way, and we know that there is a tremendous sacred fire within us all, which when united together can truly stop what appears to be a downward spiral of civilization, misuse of nuclear energy, and people not able to control the conditions of life, their circumstances, forces of nature. Somehow we know we were ordained to have the dominion of God in us from the beginning. But there is a certain sense of helplessness that I find as I travel around the world. Sometimes it is a cynicism, sometimes it is a fear of those things that may be coming. This fear is pressed far beneath the subconscious. I was amazed to find in Australia when people came before me asking for me to make calls for healing. Over and over again, they said to me, "Heal me of my fear." And I would say to them, "Why are you afraid, and what are you afraid of?" And they would say again and again, "I don't know." So I said to Saint Germain, "What is this record in these people? What has happened on this continent?" And he showed me a very, very ancient time when there had been a nuclear holocaust on that continent. We don't think in those terms today. We think that civilization is at best 5,000 years old, and yet we are told that Atlantis sank 11,500 years ago or more. And then the lost continent of Lemuria that was there for hundreds of thousands of years, and before that, pre-golden ages, and then before that in the etheric octave. We have been through a long history of this earth, many of us. We contain that ancient memory, and even though we might not have been an embodiment, we sense so much being a part of all life that it is though something of ourselves evolved through the cells and through the waters and through the air and through the earth. We are then at a moment of tremendous opportunity, having come to this place where the knowledge of God's light and the new age is dawning. There is a moment in history when, as never before, we can play a part that can make the difference. We are especially gifted by being on this North American continent, by having a history of freedom and a tradition in our Judeo-Christian religion of those who fought and won their freedom and counted not the cost and did pay the price. We are at a moment when all of this could be lost, or all of this could be the fire to literally devour the spirals of degeneration and death and the forces that assail whether our youth or our children or our own hearts. This is the great message of Saint Germain. It is not a new message, but it is indeed a new opportunity. Karma is coming through the four horsemen. It comes as plague. It comes as death. It comes as manipulation of the economy as symbolized by the scales. It comes upon us then, and what do? Some among mankind are simply trodden down by this returning karma. Others face it with a tremendous light and determination and survive. We find that in order to survive today, there are things we have to do, each one according to his own nature and evolution, whether it is diet or fasting or meditation or prayer or a coming apart or certain professions and calling. But everyone I meet has a sense of destiny and a sense of mission. I'm talking about the light bearers of the world. And I see them night after night. For 27 nights I was in Europe, from Finland, Helsinki, through Scandinavia, through the British Isles, in the main portion of Europe, and finally finishing in Portugal, where I saw the most amazing devotion among the poorest of people. And I thought to myself, surely this land has been blessed by the visit of our Blessed Mother Mary at Fatima. Beloved Mother Mary, the Archei, is a twin flame of Archangel Raphael, whose retreat in the etheric octave is over Fatima. It is amazing that we find nation after nation, people coming forth with the same beautiful eyes of light, the same searching, the same knowing, the same sensing. First of all, I want to bring you a message that there is a tremendous spiritual unity among those who do not belong to similar organizations and have really never come together in one place. My sense is that if all of this people could set aside their differences, could stop arguing about which New Age teacher is better, or whether we should eat meat, or whether we shouldn't eat meat, or whether we should do this or that, and realize that we have such an endowment of an understanding and a background, that to unite together in the fervor, one, of the violet flame and the knowledge of the precipitation of the abundant life, I am convinced, because I have seen it on a small scale, that we can make the difference. I am also convinced that for now 75 years and more, those reaching for the New Age who have held their congresses and who have come together have really not made a dent in the serious conditions that plague us, because they have departed into byways and into areas of separation. I say that truthfully because of the devastation that happened from the Bolshevik Revolution to the First and Second World Wars, wars continuing today, and who is in control of the wars? Well, according to the records of Akasha, war was brought to this planet by the fallen angels and their mutual rivalry for the territory. And who do you think they set up as fodder to move one against the other as cannon fodder to secure their territories? It hasn't stopped. It went on ages ago. Some of you who read Zecharia Sitchin know that he says that Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed by nuclear energy. Mark Prophet, my late husband and the founder of this movement, also said that, and he got it from the Akashic records, and Sitchin got it from the Sumerian tablets. And we know that that is why the Salt Sea and the Dead Sea came to be what it was. And so the entire Sumerian civilization that had inventions of what we have today and beyond was wiped out in one night. So what do we understand? We have been through this again and again and again. If peace marches could accomplish the ends, they would have already accomplished them. And I am concerned lest we march and do not understand that the real power of stopping nuclear war or the misusing of nuclear reactors lies within our hearts and within our chakras. And that the prayer form that is the most powerful way to release the fruit of meditation is the dynamic decree.